everybody that supports me, everybody that likes me, care about me. I'd rather have them having arguments about, oh, is this album in top 10, rather than having arguments about what happened where I went to promote music.
As I look at him, I still feel very stupid for ever saying that he's the best, he's like my best friend in the house and the person that had my back and all of that.
Hey Bethans, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha and I'm really glad to have you here. Please do hit the subscribe button before you leave and also give this video a very big thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed watching it, okay? Now I get it, okay? A lot of you expected Betha to say more things in the video she posted last night. But the truth is, I simply did the same thing I would normally do, which is me posting a recap of the show for the benefit of those that did not watch it. And then every morning I follow it up with another video like this one where I'm just telling you guys what I think and just how I feel about the whole episode in general. So I don't see the need for, oh Betha, you were not really doing this, oh Betha, I did not even say that. But that's never why I'm here. I'm here for us to kind of discuss the things that happened last night because I'm confused. Last night I was so upset. I was pissed. I was, I just had a lot of emotions going on. And for me, it's a lot. I woke up this morning and I'm still feeling the same way because to be honest, we all watched the show. Now I'm going to start this video by addressing Ebuka, okay? Because I feel like that's where our problem started from. First of all, Ebuka did a very poor job in terms of handling this episode. Because for me, there were pertinent questions Ebuka could have asked. And I felt like at some point here, even the few questions he had, he did not direct them to the right people. Now the first thing is, why would Ebuka direct the question of Erica's disqualification to Laycon? Why not direct it to Erica? Erica was seated there. Why didn't you ask Erica what triggered her that night? Because again, she was the one that had the outburst. She was the one that came on to say a lot of things. Like there were death threats, there were, a lot of name calling. She actually did a lot that night. And as sad and shameful as it sounds, we cannot take away from that. She said all of that. And all the while, Laycon was just there, sitting and, just taking in everything she was saying without saying a word. So I'm just like, I don't know, did Ebuka forget that we watched the show, or is it that he's being controlled? Because at this point I'm just feeling like, oh, they are telling Ebuka what to ask when it comes to certain housemates. Now what I've noticed from the whole episode that they showed to us was anything that Kidwaya was involved in during the show, that kind of seemed a bit off. Nobody's addressing it. Like we're just jumping holes here. Nobody actually wants to ask Kidwaya, why did you do this? Because I feel like that night, guys, let's even talk about it, okay? Because I'm in the mood. That night, you guys would remember, the one thing that triggered Erica the most was the whole Nengi and Kidwaya dancing. That was exactly what triggered her anger. Could there have been other things bothering her? Yes. But what triggered her that night wasn't Laycon, okay? It was Nengi, because she had a problem with Nengi dancing with Kidwaya in the way that she was. And it was just a lot for her because this guy, I like this guy in this way, but the guy is not even giving me back that attention. He's not reciprocating the whole love thing I have for him. And he's out here, dancing and grabbing somebody else's nyash. So it's almost like I need to just, lash out on somebody. You guys keep saying, oh, Laycon is also at fault. Laycon said things. Can you just tell me one thing? Just tell me one thing that this guy said that's enough for her to hate him so much. Obviously, we all know how Laycon felt about Erica. And the only thing you guys can tell me now that Laycon said about Erica was the part where he was always going to housemates, telling them about the whole situation, where he was at the time with Erica and just how she's been treating him and, how they've just been, behaving in the house. That's about the only thing. Like, you guys cannot tell me now that there was a point where Laycon said, oh, Erica is stupid or, Erica is mad. If you have a proof of that, then just tell me, forward it to me, and then I will come here and just say, oh, sorry, oh, I missed it or something. But if you guys don't have that proof, then there's no point for us to keep going back and forth. Oh, Laycon also said things. Because guess what? All the housemates said things. Okay, so what is this thing that he said that's too much for her that would make her lash out on him so much? And you're saying, oh, you came out of the house and you made an apology video, saying you are sorry and all of that. Why didn't you apologize to the guy in person? I mean, you lashed out at the guy in person. And I'm frustrated with the comments I'm seeing like, oh, Erica, Erica is this, Laycon is a pretender. Pretending about what? About what exactly? I was actually very upset last night that he did not say so much. But then again, looking at it, it's almost like, okay, if the guy could keep quiet with the whole lashing out, the whole insults that she hurled on him that night, the death threats and everything, if he could keep calm about things like that, then what's his reunion? For him, it's nothing. And as much as I wish that I could be Laycon last night, Laycon is Laycon, okay? He's not going to now become somebody else just because he's trying to make a point. But if it were to be me, thank God it's not me. Okay, so let me just mind my business. But I'm just really pissed at the F1 tree. Like, Erica still had the guts to call him a pretender and a liar, and saying that, oh, he won out of pity and all of that, that people voted for him out of pity. That's a fat lie. Okay, go back to the statistics. Okay, from the very beginning, Laycon's votes were the highest, and even all the times they nominated him in the house, his votes were always the highest. So I don't see a need for us to now start dragging, oh, she should have won it if the disqualification did not come up. That's a lie. Maybe second place, yes, but winning it was always Laycon. Okay, and this is not even me trying to take sides with anybody. I know people are still going to see it like that. Oh, better, it's because you're an icon. Yes, I'm an icon, but then again, that should also blind our sense of reasoning. Okay, I'm not one to, bash somebody when there's no need. And I've always been upset about this whole disqualification thing, because it almost seemed like everybody is forgetting that this girl cursed out on this guy on national TV. And you're coming to say, oh, stop pretending, stop acting like the saints, what are you saying? What exactly are you saying, Erica? Like, he's a snake, he's this. And yet again, this guy was quiet. And I was just really pissed, like, Laycon, can you say something? Say something, please. I get that you don't want to say a lot, but just say one or two. But then again, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Guys, when it was the whole Nengi issue and all of that, Ebuka had questions. He had a lot of things to ask the girl. Now, you have the opportunity to also ask Erica the same amount of questions. But then it's almost like nobody wants to actually touch the topic. I don't understand. Is it because Kid is involved again? Because even when they asked Kid at the initial stage, he actually mentioned that he kind of takes responsibility for some of the things that happened. And then that was like the last important question Ebuka asked the guy, because every other thing they asked him to me was irrelevant. Like, he had a role to play. So in my head, I'm here thinking, could it be that Kid Wire has an influence over the Big Brother Naija organizers and, multi-choice as a whole? Because there were certain things that he did. Okay, even with the Nengi situation, they just showed us that toilet scene. There were more, he had conversations with her, he gave her advice, he did this, he did that. There were certain things that Kid Wire was involved in, but then they did not actually mention it. Like, everybody is just trying to play blind. Oh, we did not see it, or oh, we're not going to talk about it. And I'm upset. Like, again, why are you not even showing us clips? If it was the whole Thatcher situation, there were clips to everything. I mean, they put up all the clips. Oh, when she did this, when she said that, you guys put up clips. But now, you guys suddenly have forgotten that you can play clips for us. I'm irritated. I'm actually very, very irritated, guys. And I cannot even pretend about it. Oh, Laycon is the reason why they disqualified her. Laycon is the reason why they disqualified her. That particular day she was pouring water on the bed, was Laycon there? Did he ask her to pour water on the bed in the HOH room? The time she went to go and start looking for Big, knocking and everything, was Laycon the cause? Was he the one that told her to go there and start peeping and start looking for Big Brother? So why is it that you guys are trying to make it seem like Laycon played an active role in her being disqualified? Her being disqualified was all her. Okay, it's sad, but we have to accept it. And for me, I felt like at this point, she should have probably learned her lessons and, try to move on from it. But clearly, she's holding on to the things that were said in the house. I came out and I saw things. What things? What did he say? At some point, yeah, Erica even raised the issue of, oh, maybe if he had sent her a text. Send you a text, and then the next morning, we'll probably wake up and sit on the internet. And then you come and tell us that, oh, you were not the one that released it. It was probably a fan or a leaked or something. No, he's smarter than that. If you guys want to have a conversation, then have a conversation. I've always clamored for you guys to settle and just move past it. But at this point, I don't care. Okay, I really do not care if Erica and Laycon makes up, because again, it's almost like this party is acting like, oh, I don't even remember. Like, you remember, you know what happened. There's no way he would have sent you a text. I still maintain that everything that happened that night, Erica lashing out and all of that, were just a lot of bottled up emotions. And it wasn't 100% about Laycon. There were other things eating her up. For example, like I mentioned, the Kid and Nengi situation, it was there. It was a factor. So if she's going to lash out at anybody, she should have probably lashed out at all three of them. Why couldn't she confront Nengi and tell Nengi to her face, oh, this is what you're doing, I do not like. You already know how I feel about this guy. It was always the case of, I don't know, man, like, I don't know. At this point, I really don't know. I feel really upset that Ebuka would give us a speech at the end, you know, oh, they feel like Big Brother Naija fans are toxic, they feel like they are this, they are that. But you guys, multi-choice, you're our problem, okay? If you guys had shown us everything that we ought to see, then maybe we wouldn't have kept up with the narrative that we had. But then you guys portrayed some people, this person is bad, that person is bad, and you know, it almost just seemed like, oh, there was nothing good about this set of people. So if you're saying that the Big Brother Naija fans need to stop being toxic, then you guys need to do more in terms of showing us what we need to see, and not just trying to portray some people as good and the others as bad. To be honest, I can go on and on telling you guys how disappointed I was at last night's episode, because for one, these same multi-chairs were the ones that kept on posting captions and, you know, comments like there was going to be a lot of basketballs, and you almost seem like, okay, when they come on, they're going to really address the issues and, you know, just talk about it. But again, Ebuka was just asking questions that other radio and TV interviewers had already asked. Things we already knew. We were expecting him to hit the nail on the head, but he didn't. So it's obvious that multi-choice is also a preacher of violence, because they also kept on putting up captions that were making it seem like, oh, there was going to be a lot of violence in the studio, and then you guys come up with crap, okay? Because for me, last night's episode made no sense. Even with the whole Watoni situation, it was clear that if Watoni had not apologized to this Erica girl, Erica wouldn't have apologized to her. Watoni did not even know what the problem was, because for her, they were good, you know, they were in a good place. Only for you to now come into the studio and then Watoni is trying to sit near you and you're saying, oh, you don't want to sit near Watoni. And Watoni is like, what is this attitude for? I thought we were in a good place. Then she now goes back to, oh, I saw videos where you said this, where you said that. Then why didn't you call her to ask why she would say something like this about you, saying that both of you had resolved your issues? That's the thing. You bottle so much up to the point where it's like, you cannot, your chest is now tight. You cannot now say things again. Then you now start acting, oh, I did not remember, or you now start attacking people that did not do anything to you. Guys, at this point, I really don't know. I'm still very upset. Okay, I am actually very, very upset at a lot of things and just how the whole episode was handled. Okay, I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like I always say, you don't have to agree with me. This right now, this entire video is my opinion. So you're free to say whatever it is that you want. In the comments, I would read through and also try to understand where you guys are coming from. But for me, this is how I feel, okay? And before I leave, I'm just going to ask you guys a question. Is there a chance that these housemates, you know, I'm not talking about Erica or Laycon now, like generally, is there a chance that these housemates sometimes want to make peace with one another? But then again, when they think of what their fans are going to say, you know, how people are going to now perceive them, oh, you are not strong, you are this, you are that, do you think that that actually plays a role in them not settling? Because Erica made a statement yesterday, and for me, it's contradicted everything she said earlier. She was like, oh, when you fight with a friend, it is only normal that after a while, you guys will settle. You know, you cannot be, you know, acquiring enemies here and there, here and there. Okay, you said that. But it doesn't seem like that's what you're doing. So, is there a chance that these fans play a role in them just, you know, continue with the fight and not trying to find a balance? You know, that's just what I want to know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Bash me all you want in the comment section, is fine. I knew that this day was going to come, and yes, it's here. Say what you want, insult me, oh, Betha is biased, oh, Betha is this, that's fine. Like, I've taken more hits than this, okay? So this particular one that you're about to type, you that you're typing already, or the one you've already typed, it's not going to affect me in any way, and I promise you, I'm not going to address it, okay? I promise you, I'm not going to make a dedicated video trying to address the comments, you know, about this whole Laycon and Erica situation. This is all I have to say, and I don't feel bad about the things I've said, okay? I know that elites are here, I know that icons are here. Say what you want, that's fine, but this is how I feel about the whole situation. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I don't know if this was enjoyable, but I mean, if you did, let me know by giving a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and yes, I'm going to get, oh, I'm unsubscribing, that's also fine, okay? If you unsubscribe, then maybe you were not even meant to be here in the first place, so we're good on this side. All right, thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all on the next one. Now at this point, I don't even know if there's going to be another episode, because there was no case of, oh, next episode. It was just Ebuka finishing with the speech thing, and you know, that was it. So I really don't know. I don't know, and at this point I can't even be bothered. Okay, thank you guys so much, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.